Okay. You know how last time I said I hadn't driven the Mustang in like 2 weeks? Well, you see, the funny thing is, I did it again. So hopefully she's gonna start. I have no idea. I figured it's about time we go over the best mods that you can do for Mustang. We're gonna cover the top 5 new Edge Mustang modifications, keeping it kind of budget friendly. I bet you can't guess what the first one is. Before we get to that though, thank you so much for joining me today. And man, what a day it is. It's like 85 degrees. It feels amazing. And what a great day to take the Mustang out and talk about some of the best mods you can get for your new Edge. So like I said, we're gonna try to keep things just a little bit cost conscious. I'm in college building this car. I had to kind of keep a budget because I'm in college. College is expensive, car parts are expensive, so we gotta have a nice little balance here. Before we get into the list though, I gotta turn the car out. This is really important. I need you guys to hear this, all right? I need you to understand it. You new Edge Mustang, it's not fast. It's just not. But listen y'all, we gotta be real here. A new Edge Mustang is not gonna compete with a modern Mustang that puts out 500 horsepower from the factory. It's just not. Unless you throw some serious cash in it, that's just the name of the game. I know, it was hard for me to hear too. I didn't really want to believe it, but it's just the way it is. There is a few things in these cars that give them kind of an advantage. For instance, weight. These are so much lighter. For the most part, power, especially out of the 2-valve, man, this ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry, just gotta tell you. But it's okay, don't worry, because it's not all about how fast your car is. So for these mods, we're gonna focus on what makes the car pretty much the most enjoyable, because speed, while you can get some, and we're going to talk about that, it's just really hard to attain. To put it in perspective, I spent like $8,000 building this motor and we got 300 wheel horsepower. I know it's super impressive, but don't worry, these cars are super fun if you put the right mods on them. Now the first thing I think you should do to your new Edge Mustang is exhaust. They're really pretty quiet from the factory, but once you open them up and let them sing a little bit, they are so fun. And I gotta say, in my personal opinion, it's one of the best sounding V8s you can get for the money. Now, there's a couple options you can go with for the exhaust. What I have on mine, I gotta be honest with you, I don't recommend. It's a little too much. I can't really race it because it gets disqualified.
Ethan, you are exceeding our sound limit by a significant amount.
I've got long tubes, off-road X-pipe, and full straight pipes. If I was gonna do it again, long tubes, off-road X-pipe, can't say whether you should or shouldn't do that. And definitely get some kind of muffler in the back just to quiet it down a little bit. This thing drones like crazy. It's really annoying, but it sounds great and everybody else seems to like it. And yes, the exhaust will free up a little bit of power, but don't expect anything too crazy from it. Say you want to go the off-road X-pipe route. There's a few things you can do to, you know, pass inspection. One, the legal way, you can live in a county where they don't require emissions testing. That's what I do. Makes it super easy. However, there's some ways you can cheat the system. All you have to do is, after you got your exhaust on, your Mustang is sounding so good, it's time to start making it look the part. And for that, you're gonna need some lowering springs, coilovers, some kind of upgraded suspension. My car has the same BBK lowering springs that it came with, which, have to admit, I'm not very proud of. But it does look a lot lower than it would in stock format. In stock format, these sit like up here. It's terrible. So definitely get yourself something to lower your new Edge down. Lowering springs, you're looking at like $300 to $400. Coilovers, you're looking at anywhere between like $700 to, if you really want to do it right, $1,500, $2,000, or you could even do bags, something to lower your car, because these from the factory are way too high. Something to note with lowering your car, a lot of the times you're gonna get what you pay for. So if you get something really cheap, you get eBay coilovers, you're probably gonna get eBay coilovers. We're off to a really good start. Now your Mustang is sounding good and it's also sitting like it should. Now we're gonna continue with the looks, because if we can't make it super fast, we might as well make it look really cool. And for that, man, you're gonna need some wheels and tires. Continuing with the trend of the lowering springs, these are the same wheels and tires that were on it when I bought the car, which I am still planning on changing out. A good source for wheels and tires, LMR, late model restoration. They're not sponsoring this video, Although, if anybody from Late Model Restoration is watching, what's up? But they are a really, really good company. I've worked with them a lot on this build. That's where I got a lot of these parts from. They put on some really cool events, and they're just a good group of people. So these are just XXR wheels, which have since been discontinued, and Advan tires, which are not very sporty, but there's a whole slew of different options for these cars. 18-inch wheel seems to be kind of the generic what people want to go with. You can go 19, but you got to be careful because sometimes it just looks a little too big and a little too rubber bandy. These cars come with, I believe it's a 245 rear tire. This is a 285. You're definitely going to want to make that wider when you're choosing your new wheel and tire setup. I'm probably even going to go wider with my next ones, and be careful with the offset so you don't end up with this dang gap like we have here. We're really cooking now. Our Mustang is sounding good. It's sitting low on some really nice wheels and tires. Now, we could go really anywhere from here. We could do headlights, we could do taillights, we could do any number of things, but we might as well try to squeeze a little bit of extra performance out of the 4.6 liter 2-valve without throwing too much money at it. So in my humble opinion, the one best thing you can do to make your car a little bit faster, the best bang for your buck, is going to be gearing. These come with 323 gearing from the factory, which is long. Let me tell you, it's really long. So I would recommend either a 373 or a 410. 410 if you're probably going to stay in a, you might want to do 373 if you plan on boosting down the road, because it gets you just a little more leg in the game if you have more horsepower. For me personally, I got a set of 373 gears for this that are sitting in the box in the garage, where they've been for 6 months or so. But we are gonna install those. Gearing is definitely gonna be the biggest change to your ride as far as speed goes, because it makes it so much faster. Doesn't add power, but it makes it faster. Before we get to the last item of the top 5 best mods for your new Edge Mustang, we have a quick word from today's video sponsor. It's me. Yep, I'm your video sponsor today. So if you'd like to hit that subscribe button, you know, maybe leave a like down below. And if you're really feeling generous, check out thecovertgarage.com. But anyway, let's get back to the video and we'll see what the next best mod is for your Mustang. Okay, real quick, I want to get one thing straight. I'm not saying don't mod your Mustang to make it faster, because that's what muscle cars are all about, making them faster. But this is a good starting point when you first start your Mustang build to get you headed in the right direction, to make it a fun car while you're building the engine. See what we're doing there? Or doing a Coyote swap or the Forbidden LS swap, who knows? Now that we're starting to focus on some performance, we need to focus on how the dang thing drives. And there's one big sore thumb with these cars, and that's the shifter. So a short throw shifter should round out your mod list of your first 5 mods for the Mustang, the best bang for your buck, get you on the right path. Personally, I have a Steeda Triax short throw shifter with one of the ugliest shift knobs on the entire planet that came with the car. Can you see a trend? But this thing lessens the throw so much and makes driving it so much easier, so much more fun. You're gonna have a car that is so much fun to drive around town. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? I know we get kind of caught up in trying to make the fastest car, and sometimes we lose a little bit of the enjoyment of a car. At the end of the day, it's really all about how a car makes you feel. And with just a few mods, these new Edge Mustangs can become so fun. Even though they're not the fastest, maybe not even the best looking, not the best handling, they are so much fun to drive. They have such character, and all it takes is a few simple mods. Now, these are in no order from worst to least. They're just my 5 picks for the best mods, and they're just my opinion. There's so many mods out there for Mustangs. In the comments down below, let me know what your favorite mod, your top 5 mods are for Mustangs, and let me know if I missed anything. Before I let you go, I want to get just a little bit serious with you for just a second. I know since the short film I did over the Mustang, which I gotta say was so much fun, I'll put some bloopers from that at the end of this video. I didn't show those in the actual film. I kind of felt like it took away from it. So bloopers from that are gonna come this video. But anyway, we've only posted the snow sledding fail where the cops came. That's it in the past like 2 months. So for that, I'm sorry. I'm a full-time college athlete. I am so busy. I'm running a business, Covert Garage. I'm doing track meets, and this is my last semester. I graduate in May, which is so exciting, but I've been so busy. So I apologize. I'm not gonna make excuses. That's not what I'm doing. I just wanna let you know what's going on in my life. But we're gonna get back in the swing of things. I know, I promise. I thank you guys so much for your support. You are truly like a family to me. As I mentioned, I graduate in May, which means I'm gonna start a big boy job earning adult money, which is so awesome. 2 years. 2 years we're gonna be buying or kind of building a supercar. Now, I've kind of said too much without saying enough. So if you want to see what's to come, it's going to be super cool. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Now, that's pretty much going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this list of my top 5 mods for your new Edge Mustang. My dog in the backyard is barking because she loved them so much. In the comments below, let me know what you have done to your Mustang and what's coming next. Let me know your Mustang story. And with that, it's pretty much time to end. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm so glad you're trusting your Mustang build here with me. So until next time, y'all take it easy when you're out there changing the world like I know each and every one of you will. And I'll catch y'all real soon.
I didn't hit record, it just started feeling out.
What happened? Get in the car, hurry up!
You went off the road there.
I bet it looked cool though. All right, Bryce, come up. Switch. Switch. Okay.